2023 has been an incredible year of running for me, where countless miles were logged, elevation gains were made, and many relationships strengthened and built. The end of the 2023 year is approaching, and I'm happy to say I just clocked in my last race of the year and that I'm proud of what I've accomplished in running in its entirety this year and am excited for what's in store for 2024. This year was the year I really sat down and did a bit more research on how to properly train for distance running, and I made my first real attempt and established a goal of trying to go sub 3:15 in the LA Marathon in March. That opened a can of worms for myself, and soon enough this whole idea of training really got to me as something I actually really enjoyed. I found myself signing up for more races throughout the year, and my next race was at Big Sur in April, participating in the 11-miler race. It's definitely a unique distance, but it was also the first time I tried carrying a camera with me to film throughout the entire race. I wasn't going for a particular time, but I'd say that race was one of the most welcoming and scenic races I've been a part of. After Big Sur in April, I made my way back home in the OC and took part in the OC 5K and half marathon race in May. It was my first time doing back-to-back races, but funny enough that it was also a PR weekend for me as I set my PRs both in the 5K and the half marathon distance. The OC half marathon PR was particularly more special as I did continue to train to get that sub 1:30 time and was happily successful in that. From there, I then trained about 10 weeks to prepare myself for the San Francisco Marathon that I took part of in July. I didn't go to the well in training for this marathon as I didn't see this as my peak marathon race, but funny enough again, I ended up getting a PR in that race as well. This was also the first time trying out the GoPro in the race and thought that I think I do prefer using this over the Insta360 in these sort of races. What came next on the running block was what I'd say was the running highlight of the year, and that was my trail running adventure around the Tour de Mont Blanc in August. It's a very popular route around the Swiss, Italian, and French Alps, clocking about 100 miles and 9,500 meters of elevation gain. This was about a 5 to 6 day long journey, and it really did bring a new perspective in running, where I got a taste of a different kind of endurance you would experience when compared to road running. I met incredible people during this journey, and I learned a lot about trail running from them, and I think that the memorable experience wouldn't have been made without this group of trail runners. This was also where I fell for the first time while running, so that was fun. It was hard to come back home from there as Southern California trails and scenery isn't quite the same. But either way, a sad moment to come back and realize that it's back to reality and to the grind, with the next race being the Santa Monica 10K Classic in September. This was my first 10K race ever, and I sort of didn't know what to expect as I never really tried to race for a time in a 10K. But based off my current fitness, I gave myself a goal to achieve that sub 40-minute time. And I'd say that was probably one of the most butt-clenching or down-to-the-wire races I've been a part of, as I just clenched that goal by about 4 to 5 seconds. It was exhilarating, as at first I thought I wouldn't make it throughout the race, but slowly realized it was within reach at the very end. This race was also uniquely special to me because I raced this with a group of friends that seldom do races, and seeing them participate in a race with me meant so much to me. Part of the reason why I love running is that anyone can do it, and it's also a nice excuse to hang out with friends, as I tend to have trouble making them nowadays. Speaking of friends, an honorable highlight of this year was me taking the courage to really step out of my comfort zone and join a club run called All Heart Running Club. It was, I think, around October of this year where I joined one of their 10K tune-up races or workout sessions, and they are just a tremendously friendly group of people, and they actually do have a YouTube channel as well. And they pretty much document their running journey, and they vlog almost every day, so that's absolutely insane, and that's so motivational for me and inspirational for me. And I learned so much from them, and if you're ever in the area, Irvine, I highly encourage you to check them out. And again, they're called AHRC, or All Heart Running Club. They also do have a Strava club, so feel free to join those as well. Huge shout out to the AHRC fam, and I'm excited for what's in store for next year for everyone who is in there. Still on the topic of friends, I was able to reconnect with an old friend at Justin's wedding, and it turns out that he's a sort of triathlete. Stoked, we spoke a bit more and ended up running the Griffith Park 10K trail race in November along with Aaron. This trail race was expected to be wet because forecast had stated of potential rain, but it turned out to be the perfect weather. Sun was out, wasn't too hot, wasn't too cold. It was perfect. I took this race as a nice easy run, and it was also my first time hitting the trails around Griffith Park, and the views did not disappoint. I was probably still in the TMB bandwagon, so for me to say that here, I'd say is a pretty good statement. That same month of November, I gobbled my way to my first turkey trot ever at the IVC 5K Turkey Trot. Quite a last minute decision, but it was a why not and enjoy it decision, and definitely turned out to be quite a lot of fun. Good vibes all around, and for this I actually tried trotting pretty hard, and I did also get a PR in the 5K. I fell short of nabbing that sub 18 time by 2 seconds, though I'm not sure if I'd call it official because the final distance on my watch read that it was about 100 meters less than 5,000 meters. And finally, we reached the final month of the year of December, where, as you may have recently seen, is where I ran the California International Marathon. So after my TMB journey, I wasn't particularly training for anything, and that felt kind of odd for me. I was still doing workouts and doing long runs, and it just felt odd that I'm still training but not for anything. I knew I wanted to Boston qualify soon, so that's when I made the decision to say, okay, I need to test out this current fitness for the end of the year, and so that's when I found CIM. Throughout the year, I felt I was constantly improving, so I thought maybe, just maybe, I could nab that Boston qualifying time before the end of the year. I had planned to try to nab a time next year in 2024, but I decided why not try now. I felt like I could, especially at CIM, but little did I know I was just a bit overconfident and underestimated the CIM course and didn't even break 3 hours. But regardless, got a PR and happy that I tried. Got humbled and taught me to relax and take the process gradually. Don't rush, and I'll get there. Anyways, that's it. This year has been an incredible running journey for me, as I learned so many new aspects in running, endurance, the running community, and also about myself as I tackle goals and continue to push my own boundaries. The accomplishments, struggles, and journeys I've taken this year has taught me so much about myself, and I'm so grateful and appreciative of the people around me and the sport of running itself. I'm so blessed to be given such a supportive family and friends, as well as this capable and able body of mine, as well as the opportunity I get to run like I have been running and be able to document everything like this. The 2023 year has been a great year of running for me, and I can't wait to start the year of 2024 with so many plans up ahead. And I'm excited to share that with every one of my friends and family. And I hope everyone has had a wonderful year of 2023, whether it be running, work, exercise, or whatever you're doing. I hope you just had a wonderful year 2023, and I hope everyone stays healthy as we enter the year of 2024. Look forward to 2024, and I'll see you guys next year. Almost there. Let's go. Okay. Still got my work in, push hard at the end.
Hey, Alvin!
There. Now in Italy now. Switzerland right now.
Oh, let's go! I didn't see it, let's go! Let's go, G! Hey!
Go!
Let's go, Alvin! Alvin! Let's go, let's go!